Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Nah, bro, I wasn't talking to you. So please, greetings, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So please just listen to me for the next few minutes. We are going to be talking about the Pakistan population. Ignore that. Actually, don't. Wait, please.
Few moments later.
Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to be talking about the population census of 2017, and the government released the 2017 data in August of this year, and it officially states that we have 207.8 million people. That makes us the 5th most populated country in the entire world. Yay! Okay, so I will be dividing this video into three sections basically, and one of them is the Karachi and the data that we've been given about Karachi, and I'm just gonna analyze it in short and quickly. Second, we're gonna talk about transgenders and the data that we've given about them, what's the problem with that, and a few other things to consider just in general about the census. Now, the first part is Karachi. So from what I've been getting, from my knowledge, from the last few years, from numerous websites and channels and people in general, is that, and even the government, is that the population of Karachi should be around 24 to 27 million people. That's the range I've been given in the last few years. Now suddenly in 2017 it's announced that the city has a population of 16 million people. That's a pretty big reduction of people. That makes no sense. If I searched up, if I was just a genuine guy, curious guy, hello, my name is Johnny. I want to search up what is the population of Karachi 2016. He gets 2,000. He gets how many people? He gets 27 million people. Yeah, and then let's say okay. Now I want to check 2017, please. He gets 16 million people. That makes no sense to him, and that's just general. He might review what happened, but yeah, I mean, you get the point. It makes no sense for this big reduction to happen. And that's what happened with most people. Most of the general population, that's what happened when they saw this data about Karachi. And now, just logically, if it doesn't make sense that if everyone's talking about the city having more than 25 million people, big websites and influential YouTube channels such as FTD Facts and Toplist and etc., if they state that the city has a lot of people, 25 million, then it's consistent. It's not 25 million, oh no, 50 million, no, 10 million. It's generally 24, 27, 25 million people. That's a lot. If that's what I'm hearing, and suddenly the census says that there's 16 million people, that I would be generally confused what's going on. And this is just to clarify, this is about the Karachi division. We're talking about the Karachi division area, not any agglomeration. We're not talking about any specific area of Karachi. We're talking about the general Karachi division. That's what we've been getting. That's what the census tells us, 16 million for the Karachi division. Now, maybe one factor or a few factors that affected this low population in a way was maybe the count, if the lack or any counting of the slums. The Orangi town is the biggest slum in the whole world. And I believe it has around 3 million people. If they did not count that really affected the population. And there's a few other slums around the metropolitan area of Karachi, and it would make sense. It would be very hard to count every single person in a slum. But if they didn't do that, if they didn't count the people in the slum, that is a big problem, because that made the accuracy of the census or the specific city, it just ruined the accuracy of that. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons for the low population, the lack of counting of the slums. Now, another problem is that there's many websites and many people from Karachi that are disapproving of this census. And there was a good article on the Express Tribune a few months ago. It was by Minorwa Tahir, and then it was titled "Why is Sindh's population data being manipulated in the census?" And she goes into a bit of detail explaining so she gives a few, just talks generally and analyzes in a way, and gives a few accounts of what happened and talks to people. I mean, just read it. It's a good article. Now she highlights a very good point. both the biggest political parties of Sindh, the PPP and the MQM, both have rejected the population of Sindh and the city. MQM is more on the city, but okay, whatever. But if the two big major parties of the province are saying no, we don't accept this population data, they're not going to be just shouting for no reason. There's probably a problem with the census in that region. The PPP even said that in her article, I'm just reading something from her. She said PPP is also concerned about the fact that 30% of Sindh's population do not hold CNICs, and that might have given an excuse to the people who are doing the census, which she states are mostly Punjabis, whatever, to not count them. So that could have been a case throughout the country, but it's a problem that she highlights that definitely happened in Sindh. No CNIC is a major block for counting officially as a person. It takes a big while, and I'm pretty sure it would rather ignore it than to go through the whole process. So the slums and the lack of CNICs in Sindh and Karachi may have affected the population, but we don't know. Okay. Now the second part of the video, I'm going to be talking about transgenders and what data we've been given about transgenders. It says that we have officially 10,000 transgenders in all of Pakistan. That makes no sense whatsoever, and because there can't be such a huge problem with transgender harassment and even big drama serials being made about harassment and the degradation of transgenders in the country when there's only 10,000 people. 10,000 people over 207 million, 208 million people. That's a very big difference in the ratio. That's not something that would evoke so much problems in the country. Transgender harassment is a very big issue in this country, and 10,000 people would not have an effect on that whatsoever. So there's definitely more than 10,000 people that are transgender. Maybe they're the people that have officially wanted to register themselves as transgender. Yeah, they're maybe male or female, I don't know. But I know for a fact that there's much more than 10,000 people that classify as transgender in the country. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a problem. There would be no problem of transgender harassment and degradation and whatever in the country if there were only 10,000 people. We could easily deal with the 10,000 people and make them their lives much happily by making a nice facility for them and put them all 10,000 people in a huge building, and then they'll all be happy. Just saying, 10,000 people is not that a lot. Now the next part, it's the last part, it's a short part. I'm just going to be talking about other factors that we have to consider in this population census. Just Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Sindh, both of the provinces, quite a few of their leaders have stated and voiced their voices that they don't agree with the census, and there's been a lot of manipulation, and we don't agree with this, etc. But I can't 100% know if what they're saying is true or not. So if I attack anyone or the government for this, it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. But I'm just saying, these are things to consider. If they're saying it might have happened, and there's a pretty good chance it did, at least to a small scale. Another thing to consider is the population of Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan was not considered in this. They are still officials and very respected citizens of the country, which is a good thing, but it's not included, and I understand why they wouldn't include it in the population. It makes full sense, so I don't think anybody has a right to comment on that because of the concept and whatever. But so if it's good to, I think approximation, they would be about, both regions probably be 7-8 million, which will raise the population to 215 million around in total. But yeah, that's about it. Now generally, when you think about it, the population of a country equals the country's relevance. And that's a big point I'm trying to make here. If many people are saying, oh, we should have population growth, we should implement the one-child policy, no, that's not what we should do, because believe it or not, one-child policy did fail, and now China is the population is declining. Many big countries such as China, US, India, whatever, these countries have a big population, and this population helps them boost their economic growth, expand their influence, expand their soft power even. So now, if we had a low population, our significance would be much lower. But thankfully, we have a pretty large population, and we have enough area. To be honest, we have enough area to sustain that many people. It's just how we maintain the resources and the goods of the country. So I don't think it would make any sense to implement that. Oh, there should be population control. It's just ruining the natural process. There are a few individuals that can take it to extreme. Yes, we should do something about that. But generally, it's not. It doesn't make sense if we want to control the whole population by implementing some sort of unnatural policy that just affects it. Just look at Japan or a few other countries, or even look at China right now. It's like they've been encouraged to not to increase their population, and now look at them, they're very declining. If we do that, in a few hundred years our population is going to be declining, and slowly that's going to affect our economy in general, because once we're a big populated country, that makes us significant, and then when it goes lower, even if our significance might be there because of, let's say, nuclear weapons or something, I don't know, we're going to lose something that's much more important, and that's the cultural power, the traditional power, the geographical power that we have, and the consumerism that we have, so that we bring to the world, and that will affect it. I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you very much for listening to me. Please consider what I said. Comments on your opinion. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.